Citizens of the pit, workers of downtown, traders of uptown, and all fierce souls who do what must be done, I bring you good news. We stand at the dawn of a new golden age, where others merely survive. We thrive! Our industry is the envy of the Commonwealth. Our safety is the envy of the capital wastes. Our might is the envy of Ronto. And while I have led your efforts, it has been by your own strength that you have earned all the envy of the world. They envy the steel shaped by the workers in our mills, and they envy the strength of our traders and raiders who wield the steel for the pit. And most of all, they envy our victories in the struggle for freedom. Because yes, freedom is what we all work towards. Freedom from fear, freedom from disease, freedom to live as once we did before we were shackled by atomic fire. And so, to celebrate this struggle, I ask my loyal workers, who among you is prepared to fight for your freedom? Who among you will risk your life in the crucible to create a new life of freedom in Uptown? Who will take this rare chance to thrive?
Come on, Ashur. Will you send someone to the hole who actually stands a chance?
Very well, Medea. If that is the will of the workers, then this man shall be their champion. Sir, you carry not only the dream that workers can become free, but that we may all someday become truly free from the threats of our world. Prepare yourself, sir. And when you are ready to be forged anew, report to Phaedra in the steel mill. The rest of you are dismissed.
She sets up the fights.
Lord Ashur will be right with you. Feel free to wait inside, champ.
I'm telling you, I've got it covered. I'll be with you right after I maintain some order and dispense a little justice.
And I suppose you'll follow that up by raising the dead.
No, but I may heal the infirm later in the week. Time permitting, of course.
Sir, we've had sightings of Werner back in the city, and there's been an increase in chatter between slaves.
Workers.
What?
We call them workers. Helps with morale. Reminds them that they might earn their freedom someday.
Whatever we call them, they've been gathering makeshift weapons.
All right. Put your guards on alert. Tell them to be on the lookout for anyone loitering too long downtown. And keep a watch on Medea at all times. Anything big happens, it's bound to go through her. Now, I've got a very important meeting with our new friend. So if anything big comes up, you use the intercom.
Yes, sir.
Okay, break's over. Nice work in the hole, new blood. Knew you couldn't be one of our normal workers. So that begs the question, who are you? And what are you doing in my city? I understand. We've all got a past. And damn few of us have reason to be proud of it. That's all behind you now. In the pit, you'll be part of a growing army, a thriving industry, and maybe even witness to a cure for radiation. But we aren't perfect, and sometimes the past comes back to haunt us. Tell me, do you know a man named Werner? Ever since the city was scourged, we've done what everyone does. Whatever's necessary to survive. I know my city seems barbaric to you, but it's the only way we can carve out a home in this hellhole, and it's kept these people alive. But that's enough stalling for time. So do you know Werner? Then you know he's not to be trusted. He escaped after a failed coup, and I believe he's working with the slaves to plan a revolt. You know the slaves, and you've met Werner, so you're in a prime position to put an end to him. Do that, and I'll make you a lieutenant in my army. Ah, of course. Would these plans happen to involve stealing a precious little something from me? Don't look so surprised. Your arrival was too convenient. And even if you never met Werner, I'm sure he got someone to make you an offer. It's okay. I get a lot of people trying to betray me. Part of the position, really. You can be honest with me. A wise decision, new blood. A very wise decision. It looks like Werner underestimated you, and he certainly didn't appreciate what I do to anyone that threatened our little discovery. Now I think would be a good time for you to meet the cure for yourself. Let's take a trip back to the lab, where Sandra can explain. Don't let me
The slaves are rioting, and someone's
Don't
armed
let
them.
me keep you.
We need you out here, and
Don't
fast.
let me. Damn it, I'm on my way. I suggest you forget Werner's offer and consider mine. Stop Werner, and you'll have a bright future in the pit. Don't disappoint me, new blood.
20 minutes later.
Look at the guns on you, huh?
I knew I could trust you, and I wasn't disappointed. Werner's been stopped. The workers are returning to their rightful place. The pit has a bright future ahead of it, and so do you. Now that Marie's back, we have a chance at curing the disease that's been ravaging the pit since the bombs. Without it killing our kids, we can grow like a real city. No more bringing in slaves. No more forced labor. Things can get better. It's taken me a lot of work to rebuild this city. With your help, it's finally going to have a chance. Right now, nothing. Until we can reproduce a treatment from Marie, they'll have to keep working. Otherwise, this city falls apart. But once we do have a cure, things will be different. We won't need to kidnap people for our city. We'll be able to grow naturally. Until then, this is the way it has to be. It's just what has to be done. You've kept the city in one piece and put a stop to Werner's plans. Yeah, I guess you've earned one. As a full citizen of the pit, you'll have full access to the ammo press in the mill. It's how I keep my soldiers well armed. So make good use of it. And I think Sandra's made some progress with the cure. So here's a little something to help with radiation. That's up to you. We'll keep working on the cure and keep the city running. You're free to come and go as you like. Of course, you can help out at the mill by collecting metal from the steel yard. It'd help lighten the load on the workers. And if you want to work on Sandra's good side, you can always bring her toys for Marie. It's a little thing, but it'd make a difference. This thing? It's a relic from my time with the Brotherhood of Steel decades ago. It's been through so much that they'd hardly recognize it as one of theirs. A little like me, come to think of it. Not in the slightest. During the Scourge, we looted the pit and left the rest of it to rot. I was just a dumb convert who got stuck here afterwards. See, beneath it all, the Brotherhood's just lazy. It's easier to loot a dying city than to work to bring it back to life. So that's what they did. They're so obsessed with the technology of the past, they don't care what needs to be done for today and tomorrow. It takes real hard work to rebuild and run a city. But there isn't a machine to do it for them, so the Brotherhood isn't interested. good riddance. My little Marie is the very picture of health, and eventually, she'll make it possible for a new generation of healthy babies in the pit. You know, I always wanted to make the pit a strong city, but that was because I wanted to make my mark on the world. But when Marie was born, that changed. Now she's my reason to make the pit succeed, because she's depending on it. It's just something a parent has to do for their child. You understand? You're always welcome in the pit.